welcome to another episode of High Events. Today we are at Vogue Jewellers where they are launching the Sri Lankan iconic collection to save the leopards in partnership with W.W.C.T. I'll be your host for tonight and stay tuned to find out what's happening inside.
Vogue Jewellers, synonymous with unique pieces of jewellery, was established in 1962 by Mr. Sarath Hemachandra, whose sheer genius as a jewellery designer is evident in some of the most revered and trend-setting designs in the history of gold jewellery designing in Sri Lanka.
His most trusted jeweler. With that being said, today is of course a milestone event, an event with a purpose. And we are all ready to witness the beautiful collection this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, the launch of Sri Lankan iconic collection, that is to save the leopard, is in partnership with the Wilderness and Wildlife Conservation Trust, also known as the W.W.C.T. With that, ladies and gentlemen, to formally welcome all of us to this gracious event, I have the honor of inviting none other than the director of Vogue Jewellers, Mr. Anuradha Hemachandra. Please put your hands together.
Vogue has been in the jewelry industry since 1962. In this evening, we will give you another iconic reason and a heartfelt purpose to wear jewelry by Vogue. The launch event of the Sri Lankan iconic collection to save the leopard. I am happy to announce this initiative has a trusted partner, the W.W.C.T, and a percentage of 10 out of sale proceeds of the Sri Lankan iconic collection will be credited to their account, which then they will utilize for the conservation of the Sri Lankan leopard, which is also a meritorious deed.
With that being said, it's now time for us to reveal to you as to how this partnership comes into life. We will now be listening to two very distinguished individuals who are with us this evening, and that is when we would like to invite Ms. Anjali Watson together with Dr. Andrew Kittle to address the gathering this evening.
Some of you may ask, why the leopard? Why is Vogue interested in the leopard? Why the leopard in general? I'm not going to answer that. I'll ask Andrew to come up here and give you a little talk on why that might be.
So first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you and sincere appreciation to the Hemachandra family and to everyone at Vogue Jewellers for entering into this partnership with us. Going as business as usual is not really sustainable anymore. And so thankfully a lot of forward-thinking, responsible companies such as Vogue are increasingly finding ways that they can engage with the protection of our environment, our wilderness and wildlife. And for this I applaud them. And we really do appreciate working together with Vogue Jewellers and going forward to try and ensure the long-term viability of this. So thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on to the most awaited, and that is when you get the first-hand experience, the first look at these beautiful masterpieces that are being created here at Vogue Jewellers, Sri Lanka's trusted jeweler.
Meet Sri Lanka's beloved Kotia, our beautiful, iconic beast. The Sri Lankan leopard needs our protection. What can we do to save this vulnerable Sri Lankan icon in the wild? Vogue Jewellers is teaming up with the Wilderness and Wildlife Conservation Trust Leopard Project to raise funds to save this precious iconic species. Sri Lankan iconic collection. Let's wear to save.
Well, with me, I have Mr. Hemachandra. So what do you think about the launch today, sir? What made you initiate this wonderful cause?
Yes, actually, I am a wildlife enthusiastic person myself. For the last 44 years, I have been visiting the national parks and so on and so forth. And when this proposal came, immediately I gave my approval to partner with W.W.C.T and to help in whatever the way we can to save the leopard, which is an iconic beast belonging to our country. So I'm very glad that we managed to get into this partnership. And I hope that it will help in some extent to save this particular animal.
That is indeed a great initiation that you guys have started. Also with that, Vogue Jewellers is all about the customer loyalty and quality. So how have you kept that standards throughout all these years?
Well, it's very simple. The thing is, first of all, the owners should know the business. Owners should know the craftsmanship. And personally, you will have to inspect each and every detail of the product. And you have to make sure that the product will talk, not yourself. The product should have life. So in order to do that, personal supervision has to be there. So as long as our jewelry is concerned, I always do the personal supervision in manufacturing and the final quality testing. All the jewelry pieces which goes to our clients is personally tested by myself. In my absence, I have trained a couple of other people who will do it on my behalf. And now my son is doing that as well anyway. So that is the secret behind it. It's very important, the personal supervision and the correct price. Pricing is also very important. We are not saying that we are not the cheapest anyway, because cheap products cannot be given at a good quality. But I would say the pricing has to be somewhat reasonable. That is the secret behind this.
Jewelry collection takes a lot of inspiration, hard work, dedication and passion. Himanshi Dunweda, our senior sales manager, thank you for coming up with this brilliant idea to Vogue family. Thank you. You worked behind the scenes from the moment this idea was conceptualized to this very moment. The Vogue Jewellers' Sri Lankan iconic collection has been officially launched.
Well, with me I have Ms. Anuradha Hemachandra, who's the director of Vogue Jewellers. So this is the first time I think someone has got into such a charitable cause through jewellery. So what do you have to say about that?
Yes, I think this is something timely that was required, because in the past few months we saw the leopards getting, entangled in traps, and most of them end up dying. So we should protect what's ours, and the Sri Lankan leopard is very iconic, which is, just found in Sri Lanka, because the African leopard is quite different to the Sri Lankans, and if we don't act responsible now, it will be too late. So we thought we will take an initiative to, immediately create awareness, because as a jeweler we thought, okay, what can we do? How can we get involved? And the only way we can is just come out with a different type of an idea, come up with an iconic collection, and then release it to the market, and then give 10% of our proceeds to the W.W.C.T, and they will from there onwards take care of how to create awareness and to protect this creature.
Anuradha, if you don't mind me asking, why have you partnered with W.W.C.T and not any other charity?
Because they have been in the scene for 10 years now, so they are quite trusted and responsible. It's an organization, and we know Miss Anjali Watson personally as well. So we thought, yes, we should go with a reliable company, with an organization that will actually use the funds just for this, and it won't go anywhere else.
Well, with me I have gorgeous Madara Hemachandra. So I've seen that throughout the presentation, most of the pictures that were shared was captured by you. Is that why you wanted to be a part of this initiative?
I am a wildlife enthusiast from my small days, so I wanted to do something for them, for the leopards, for the animals. So we started with the leopard then.
Sounds great. And out of the pieces that has been launched today, which is your favorite?
The leopard.
Okay. And also the other thing is, this is a time that we want to save the leopards because many are getting killed. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, that's a very good topic. I hope we can make people aware how important they are to Sri Lanka, because once they're gone, you cannot get them back. For the next generation, if things go out of hand for the next generation, I'm sad to say we might have to show them only through our books. Just like how we see the dinosaurs and them, we will never be able to see them again. So we have to do something for them to protect them, because they are important, just how they are. They're so beautiful. We have to do, just if you can pass the message to everyone, they're beautiful, please protect them, they're important to us. That would be great.
So with me I have Ms. Watson and Dr. Kittle. So could you tell me a bit about the trust?
Yeah, so actually we started off as a scientific trust. The work we do is, looking at wildlife, focus on the leopard. But it is the Wilderness and Wildlife Conservation Trust. So our work has led us organically to a lot more conservation-oriented work. So it's really science for conservation. We always say that, we don't have the luxury now to do research work, scientific research for decades like our predecessors did in other parts of the world as well as here. So now we have to, have quick answers. We need the science in order to know what the solutions can possibly be.
And Dr. Kittle, what do you think about this partnership with Vogue Jewellers has come forward to, save money and all the resources for this trust?
Yeah, I mean, we're very excited about it, to be honest, because, we put our life work into this, and so it's very gratifying to see, increasing number of companies coming forward and similarly putting their money where their mouth is in a way, and really, contributing to something that we're going to try and take forward. And so, yeah, we're very excited about it.
Great. And what do you think about these iconic pieces that has been launched today? Is there anything that you like in particular?
Yeah, I think they're stunning actually, and I like the fact that it's the leopard as well as other things, so it is iconic for Sri Lanka, and that's really a lot of our work is that too, the leopard is an umbrella, the fact that by looking at that you can look at many other things. So the pieces, it was very difficult to actually come with a leopard that, was enough and stunning and whatever, but the point is it's not easy working with gold, and we thought it's super the way they've done something different, so it's not the same old kind of which you see often, the leopard, the whole body or anything like that. It's different. The flowers are stunning, to be honest. I think for me the flowers and the lotus pond are the nicest, but all the pieces are lovely.
Well, with me I have Himanshi Dinuvilla, who is the Senior Sales Manager at Vogue Jewellers. Why have you started this initiation?
How I was inspired on this was the day that we heard the black leopard was found once again in Sri Lanka, and unfortunately within a month we heard that the black leopard was killed. So with the director board we thought we just have to do something to this amazing animal. We just had to do something. So me with our director board, especially our directress Miss Madara Hemachandra, we got together and we came up with this collection. And we just didn't want to do one design. We wanted to come up with a full collection. And why not something about Sri Lanka? Because it is something precious of Sri Lanka that we are trying to save here. So we all got together and we came up with this collection. And we were wondering whom we should partner with. And decided to go with W.W.C.T. with Anjali Watson and Dr. Andrew Whittle. And here we are, the final creation. All of you all saw it today. We hope that we will sell as much as possible so that we will be able to give more and more towards this project.
So throughout the presentation, I saw there were multiple pieces which are iconic, and also there's a particular share that goes to the trust. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, it's like this. The collection, what we have done is mostly with 22 karat gold. We have done 14 pieces. It's mostly pendants, ladies' pendants. These pieces, what we have done at the moment is 22 karat gold, but of course if somebody wants us to do it with white gold or rose gold, you can always come and tell us, this is not the metal we want it with rose gold. We will do it for you in rose gold. And also the stones, if you say, no, we don't want precious stones, we want something else, we are obliged to do any difference, but only thing, the design on the pendant will not change. So once you purchase one of these items, 10% of these proceeds will go into the Wildlife and Wilderness Conservation Trust. I invite all of you people at least try to own one item so that we help this amazing animal, so that we create this awareness that this animal is in that endangered list.
So I have Mr. Hirankure with me, who's the chairman of Jetwing. What do you think about this initiative that is taken forward by Vogue Jewellers?
What can I say? It is something that I didn't expect, right? Because so I'm like it's so different to the normal things we've seen, and using the Sri Lankan aspects of nature and of culture and bring that into creative, jewelry. That's amazing. I mean, for me, that is something that I can't imagine, because to me, I'm a hotelier who's doing something else. To see these was, beyond belief kind of thing, So I like to congratulate Hemachandra family and Vogue Jewellers for taking such initiatives. And as I was sitting with my wife and watching this young man, the designer, create something also, because she wanted some changes made. And that to me this is national pride, This is what Sri Lanka needs at this time. This kind of creative minds, artistry coming in, blending with our nature, culture, all of that, outstanding. So Sri Lanka has a great future.
Exactly, and you being a person who appreciates Sri Lankan nature and the pride, what do you think about those pieces that your wife is purchasing?
Oh, that's hitting me. That's beyond that. I think that's something that's unique. These are few pieces, so these will eventually be collective items. And that's something that's to be treasured, and this is something to be treasured. People don't come out with this kind of items. It's not regular stuff that you see. So yeah, outstanding.
Well, I'm with the gorgeous Hiroshi. Hiroshi, what do you think of today's event?
I think I have to say I'm really excited and, of course, honored to be here to share this special occasion. And what's really beautiful is, in this world we create a lot of products and services, but what's amazing is that you convert that power into real positive change, and Vogue has taken that step. So I think it's really exciting to see, because we all have a spirit animal, we all want to connect to a bigger purpose, and I think protecting something so beautiful and like a treasure to our country, protecting something so amazing is something that deserves recognition and attention, and I wish the team all the very best in that.
And what do you think about the iconic pieces that has been launched today?
I think at a time like this, when Sri Lanka deserves
much needed attention on the global platform. It is basically a series of symbols of what really makes our heritage. And the fact that it's just not limited to a certain type of genre. If you take the architecture to performing arts, to crafts, to everything, every symbol represents a facet of what our country is about. So I think that's the variety, the spectrum is amazing.
Wonderful Dr. Shanika here with us. So what do you think about this initiative that Vogue Jewellers has taken forward to work with the Trust?
Well, Vogue is always a very responsible company throughout 60 years. And then it's a tough time for everyone. So as a good company, I'm really happy that they're doing something not just for themselves, but also for something that is valuable for Sri Lanka.
You've been a loyal customer for Vogue for a long time. What is the reason behind it?
Well, it's always customer service, unique pieces, and also the relationship they have with the client. So, yeah.
And today there was multiple pieces that they launched. Which is your favorite and why?
Well, I like the mask. I like big, beautiful, colorful jewelry. So they had like a lot of new pieces. But my favorite is the mask, the Sri Lankan mask.
So with me, I have Mr. Dhammika Kalapuge. So what do you think about this initiative that Vogue Jewellers has taken forward?
Okay, fantastic. I mean, all the time they come out with novel ideas, and time to time they introduce this kind of wonderful collection. And so my preferred choice is always for jewellery, had been Vogue Jewellers for the last about 40 years now. For about 4 generations we had been buying jewellery from them. So this collection is wonderful, and then in fact I too bought 2 pieces right now, and then many more to buy time to come. And what I like really them is the consistency in their customer service, and the best place where you could experience customer service in this country, and one place which I benchmark is always Vogue Jewellers.
You being a trainer, what do you think about their customer service and keeping the customer loyalty here at Vogue Jewellers?
Yeah, very much. Today you find that the greatest thing what you can do to a customer is taking a thing called taking care of GCC. You call it genuine customer care. And the goal being by itself the nature, it's the word, what the seller says, what you believe. So they had been so genuine right throughout for the last 60 years. That's why they have built a name. And the care, it comes from the heart. So that genuine customer care is one place where you could experience here. And they had been believing in training their staff, and consistently over the last maybe 21 years, since year 2000, every year at least minimum they go through one training program.
So with me I have Mr. Darshana, who is a loyal customer to Vogue Jewellers. So what do you think about the launch today? What do you think about the pieces that has been launched?
I think they were very creative, and it brings a very unique sense of Sri Lankan identity to the collection. So yeah, I thought it was fabulous.
And I may ask, what is the reason you're here today? What do you think about the initiative that Vogue Jewellers has taken forward?
Okay, apart from being good friends with the person organizing this, I thought the initiative of conserving the Sri Lankan leopard was something that got my attention. So I want to see how a jewel is going to tap with an initiative like this. So it was a lot of curiosity also to see how this works out.
Well, I'll let you off to enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much. What you just witnessed is Vogue Jewellers initiating a great cause in order to save our own leopards in Sri Lanka. Like they said, where to save, and take a look at these beautiful iconic pieces and purchase and be a part of this great cause. That's it for High Events, and I'm your host Sathma Nugera. Catch you next time.